Hello, Mark Petzold, Freedom Fire USA. Thanks for watching. I'm going to be discussing armed conflict in America against the federal government and my concerns. I'm going to be using a video that from a guy that started a Facebook group in Michigan revolving around the sanctuary cities that went viral. And I'm basically, I hope it makes some sense to you, and I'm going to go from there. So basically, if you aren't familiar with the Virginia situation with the sanctuary cities, I'm going to trust that you will Google and find out what's going on there and do a little bit of research. But here in in Michigan, we have the same kind of effort going on, sort of piggybacking off from that to get our localities to push back against the government. And in the big principle, it's not wrong. There's truth in a lot of things, but it doesn't mean that the overall thing that's happening is good and appropriate. So basically, I'm going to show this video, and I'm going to commentate during the video, but I'm going to ask that you look for a couple of things. One would be the binary politics or monkey level politics. That type of politics is designed to get into our primal human nature and use the victim spirit and binary thinking, where if one is bad, one must be good, and take out analytical thinking and actual discernment. And it just relates into the mob mentality. I need to remind that Alex de Tocqueville, when he came to America back in our founding from France, to see what was different in America versus the French Revolution, why we were doing well, and he basically, acknowledged our churches preaching righteousness and truth, and he said, if America ceases to be good, America will cease to be great. And there's not a whole lot good with mob mentality. So you'll see what I'm saying, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to wake up my other phone. I'm going to flip my current phone camera around so you can see the video, and I'm going to commentate during it, okay? So here we go.
I want to welcome you to Michigan for Second Amendment Sanctuary Counties. We are a grassroots effort to protect Michigan citizens' rights in the wake of red flag law legislation being proposed here in Michigan, and bold declarations by Democrat presidential candidates to confiscate legal personal firearms. We are...
Okay, so I'm obviously for pushing back against all red flag laws. Here's the thing: what you need to notice is the fact that President Trump himself made comments about red flag laws, bold declarations, as he said, and the absence of mentioning that speaks volumes. The absence of speaking out against Trump. Now, if he were to say we especially need to hold those on our team accountable, my ears would perk up. But because he doesn't, it speaks tremendous volumes. If it doesn't resonate with you, I gotta ask why it doesn't, because it's painfully clear.
Inspired by the efforts of brave patriots in Virginia who refuse to surrender their rights.
That's the victim spirit.
Let's be clear from the start, though. We are not here to replace gun rights organizations in Michigan. These groups will still need our support.
Until they oppose
We will be introducing resolutions at the county level across the entire state of Michigan to protect citizens' fundamental rights as laid out in the Michigan Constitution.
Good.
Where these resolutions fail, local officials will be on record confirming their willingness to violate your rights out of fear.
Good.
For decades, Second Amendment advocates have laid out the arguments of why the Second Amendment is a gateway for seizing all other rights. With red flag laws, Democrats are no longer hiding their...
honestly, do you hear the Democrat thing? It's not just a Democrat issue, and the fact that we are not dealing with the Republicans, especially President Trump, is a major problem. It's a major issue, and it shows our heart, and it shows how the groups and movements are easily manipulated. So this group that went viral is being manipulated right now.
Intention to seize your firearms, circumvent your rights to a trial,
victim spirit,
deny your rights to face an accuser, ignore your protections against unreasonable search and seizures, disregard probable cause, revoke private property. property protections and refute a right to a defense. Basically, Democrats.
A mob has no respect for property rights. These guys, with the way that they're illustrating their heart, ultimately will have no respect for your property rights. Well, evidence would be they don't respect Justin's voice to speak up in Congress. You don't need to agree with Justin to understand that he's there and he has the right to have a voice. And although this isn't about, they aren't mentioning Justin at this point, it's been an ongoing thing for months.
So throwing out over half of the Constitution and all of due process in one bill. With these local officials on record, we can remove politicians who are violating their oath of office and send a powerful and...
Well, wait, is this guy never Trumper? Because of the fact that, he wants to remove politicians that make bold declarations about red flag laws like President Trump did. I know he doesn't feel that way. He rides on President Trump's coattails. So, do you hear it? That's my question.
Clear message to Lansing and to Washington that we will no longer surrender our rights. Tommy Lawrence stated it well. Laws are not going to protect you. The government is not going to protect you. Politicians are not going to protect you. Hold on to your...
And misguided patriots will not protect you. Again, these people here will probably be the ones in my backyard one day. Yeah, if it has nothing to do with political alignment, it has to do with your alignment in your heart.
Rights. They may save your life. Join Michigan Second Amendment sanctuary counties, and together we will fight for Michigan and fight for America.
So, I hope you can see kind of the lay of the land and what the current condition is and what my concerns are. And what I'm advocating for is, again, that we take some time out in our own households and study the Bible, study originalist learning, develop our faith, understand our role with government, understand what it means to be God-fearing people, understand the dangers of the human human nature, how easily we can get pulled into mob mentality and into violence and things that are not truly representative. Sometimes when you go forward, things happen that are beyond your control, and you have to choose what you need to choose as far as how you push back or whatever. But while the war drums are being pounded, take a look at what's going on. Take a look at the heart. Step back from the issue and hear what is being said, what's truly being said, and consider how you should deal with it. And again, I advocate for taking care of your own house first, and then work on developing pastors that can speak righteousness and truth, and from the pulpit, and can shepherd America through a restoration and awakening. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.